Hello, well here we are out in the beautiful forests of Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. My name is Lianna Walden. Let's talk about the sadism and masochism, S&M. So let's talk about this S&M, these big words that feel kind of scary, but actually we all use these in our relationships, in our sexual connection, in our exploration. So stay tuned for that. S&M description, what it means, how we incorporate it in our lives, and what you can do to get started practicing in this kind of sexual exploration. First of all, I would like you to go to the description below and get my How to Have a Threesome. This program is the only program out there that helps you navigate through how to have a threesome, step by step, slowly, gently, allowing you and your partner the opportunity to discuss it, to go into topics around sexuality, to really get deep and intimate with each other so that you can move into that exploration. Having a threesome is the first exploration that people go to when they want to have an open relationship, a non-monogamous relationship. So this program is out there. There's nothing like it out there. This is very unique. This is at an amazing price point right now, so get it before the price goes up, because it will at the beginning of September. So grab it now. How to Have Threesome, description below. If you haven't seen my other videos about BDSM, go and see the bondage video and go to see my other video about submission and domination. This is all part of the series around BDSM. Now, S&M, what does this mean, S&M? Well, sadism. Sadism is when you are the person that gets turned on, gets excited by inflicting pain on another, okay? We're talking about this in a sexual realm. So you're excited when somebody's feeling the pain that you're inflicting upon them. It could be a smack on the ass, right? You're like, oh, this is so exciting, I love it. Or it could be, tying them up and, tying them up and teasing them, or swatting their stomachs and their breasts and their penis, like this is sadism. You like it. And it can go to a very extreme levels where you could be whipping somebody and really getting off on it. The other is masochism. Masochism is when you're the person who receives the pain and you really enjoy, you get pleasure, you get turned on by receiving the pain. Many of us feel this. From a very, very light manner of pain, you're getting smacked on the ass, a little bit of pain that feels good, because pain equals pleasure. Pain comes from the same stimulant as your pleasure comes from. So a little bit of pain to very extreme pain, where there are lots of different kinds of things going on, and you can take it to all sorts of levels. What I'm talking about, this S&M that I'm talking about, is consensual. So you and your partner are talking about it, conversing about what you want to do, how you want to do it, coming to a consensus that this is what we want to, we'd like to play this out, right? We'd like to try this. This is something we'd like to do. Sometimes you kind of move into it organically and it starts to happen, and because within the sexual connection, there is this polarity we have, right? We have the polarity of the masculine and the feminine energies. The masculine is that controlling, directed, holding space, loving, fully loving, taking charge energy. The feminine energy is the letting go, receiving, surrendering, really, also very loving energy. So when these two are in play, when they're consensual, it's a beautiful dynamic. It's a dynamic that can take you into all sorts of incredible places that are sensual and sexual and erotic. So you come to this consensual agreement that let's play out some S&M, okay? You don't have to worry about how to say sadism, masochism, because these are big words and they're kind of scary words. That's why S&M sounds much easier. Just use S&M, S&M, S&M. So we play these out in our sexual relationships anyhow, right? There are little aspects that we incorporate in our sexual connection, and it usually gets us quite titillated. That could be a smack. That could be a swat on the ass, a swat on the face, a swat on other parts of the body. So you're talking about a very light S&M, right? It might be a tying up kind of scenario, which you're also talking about a very a lighter kind of S&M. Allow you and your partner to go in and experiment with this, okay? So I'm going to give you a little exercise here for you and your partner to do, so that you can try it out and be in a conscious manner of experimenting. So first you decide, let's play this out, okay? The two of you are going to book an hour in the week that you're going to play out your S&M exploration. So book that hour, because sometimes it just doesn't happen, right? We get busy with life and all that, so we want to book an hour. Before that hour, you're going to have everything prepared, okay? So the first hour that you're going to do this, because you're going to do this 2 weeks in a row. So the first hour, you want to decide who's going to be the S and who's going to be the M, all right? That's very important. Who's going to do the S and who's going to be the M. And I want you to, the next week, to be switching these roles. It's really important that you both feel what is it like to receive and what is it like to give, right? What is it like to be the dominant energy? What is it like to be the submissive energy? So we're again in the D and the dominant submissive roles, but different words, S and M. So you get your hour put aside. Now you want to, if you are doing the S role, you have to come up with some kind of plan of what are you going to do, right? You need to get maybe some tools together, right? You want to get some things where you can inflict pain on your partner. And you want to start with light pain. So you could decide that it's going to be a spanking. And, you know, just starting with light spanking. I'm going to do a video on spanking coming up. So I'm going to talk a little bit about it here, but we'll get more detail about, you know, really the different aspects of spanking. But you want to just start light tapping, maybe rubbing, sort of getting the butt warmed up, okay? And then you can start hitting them a little bit harder. That's just if you have, you know, no tools or anything, you're going to do the spanking. You might have other tools that you want to use, maybe a spoon, maybe you want to do some tying up, you know, so keeping them from any kind of movement. You want to restrict their movement so that you can inflict little bits of pain on their body. And I'm talking about you exploring and experimenting with very light pain. Now, before any of this happens that day, you also want to create a safe word that both of you can use. If things go too far, if it's too much to handle, if you don't like it anymore, you use a safe word and it stops. Everything just stops, absolutely. Sometimes people use red, you know, like the red light. But you can have another word if that works for you. When your partner says red, and it could be either of you, then you just stop, take a little break, discuss what's been going on, why it was too difficult, and then you may want to resume again with that knowledge. But it's very important to have a safe word. Going into this kind of exploration can bring up a lot of emotional stuff, okay? There's a lot of energy that we hold in our bodies from the past, from ancestral stuff, from experiences that we've had, from beliefs that we hold on to. Energy that is maybe trapped, maybe is suppressed, maybe hasn't had the opportunity to be released. And when you go into deeper levels of exploration, that energy can get released, right? So you could feel really uncomfortable. You could feel like crying. You could feel like laughing. You could feel like screaming. You may have different emotions that want to come up. If you are able to allow these emotions to come out with this, you're in the safe environment with your partner. You know, it's very important to create a very safe environment where you're not going to be disturbed. If you're in that space, then you might want to let it come out. Just don't say red. Say, okay, I feel like crying. I feel really horrible. Well, let the crying come out. Or I feel like yelling. Let it come out. Because that helps to release it. If it's too much for you, if you don't want to go there, that's fine. You just say red and you end the session. Okay? So very important to remember that you're going to feel things. You're going to feel things. You may just go into that realm of feeling so turned on, like, oh my God, every tingle he or she administers to my body feels amazing. I want more, more, more. And if that's the case, just relax into it more, take it more, feel it more. That pain transforms into pleasure as you let go, as you surrender more, as you let your body absorb into the sensations. So there are limits that each of us have, and when you reach your limit, you say red. So you have that hour, you've talked about what you want to do, you've prepared the different things that you need for that evening, you have got your safe word, you have a very secure space, no phones, no disturbances, no kids around, nobody in the house, door closed, safe environment. You've created a room that sort of stimulates all your senses, that you have some music going, you have dim lighting, you have comfortable place to lie, you have something where you could cover the person if they get cold, because another thing that can happen is you have energy moving in your body and you start to shake because you get cold. I often got very cold when I was exploring because energy would be released, and maybe even in an orgasmic manner, and my body would then feel cool and I would need to be warmed up. So take your time, take it as a journey of beautiful, divine, loving exploration. Okay, no rushing, really feel each other. I would strongly suggest for you that you get my Deeper Us program. You go in there, and this every week I'm going to be giving you something new to explore that's going to allow you to drop in deeper to your body. It's a gentle increase of different exercises, and this can help get you prepared for even deeper exploration within the S&M world. Okay, so I hope that gives you like sort of a basic idea. It does. This is very basic. I will go into more details about different aspects around S&M. If you have questions, please ask me below. If you have any experiences you'd like to share, I love to hear about it. This is a community. This is where we talk about things. This is where we take away the taboos of all this stuff. You know, I know that most people are practicing little aspects of S&M in their home. Maybe it's not so conscious, or maybe this is in their imagination, that's something they really want to do and try, and they haven't done it before. And so you have this fantasy about exploring some of this stuff. It's okay. It's all okay. It's all part of us, our adult human being sexual exploration and experiences. So don't shy away from it. Allow yourself to go in, enjoy it, have fun with it. And again, I said, if it's too much to handle, just say red and stop and talk about what went on for you. Okay? If you have any questions, if you need help maneuvering through this, because I take couples on these kinds of journeys, on intensive journeys like this, contact me. Let's set up a session, and I can help navigate the two of you through some S&M exercises so that you can go in and explore this area that is often not navigated by many couples, not entered by many couples because of various fears and concerns, and maybe not having the knowledge that it's possible, right? Okay, thank you so much for showing up today. Thank you for being here. Love you so much. Subscribe to my channel, and I will see you again very soon. Don't forget to go into the description and pick up some of the most life-transforming programs that you will ever see that I am offering you right now. Mwah! Much love making.